Even after a heartbreaking draw last week, Minnesota United's spring title hopes are still alive, and they've traveled to Carolina to take on the RailHawks to try to earn what will be a tough 3 points. Let's get into the Summit Brewing Company starting lineups. We'll start with Minnesota, Allen. And after missing a few games due to injury, Ibsen returned for Minnesota last week and had a pretty good showing.
Yeah, he missed the first six weeks of the season, but Minnesota are glad to have him back. He said he tired in the second half, but because he had a really strong first half, closing people down. But Minnesota are going to need him as they go on here because he controls the ball in midfield, and that's what Minnesota needs.
The play of Carolina's midfield has been a strong point in the last few games, and leading the way is a familiar name, Neil Lavity.
Yeah, he's another former Minnesota player who's probably going to try to prove a point again tonight, but he is Carolina's ball winner in the midfield. He likes to close people down quickly. Either he wins the ball or he makes the player make a bad pass, then his teammates will pick up the ball, and in turn they'll make it go forward, and he can join the offense very quickly.
Handling the kickoff duties, and one change in the lineup for Minnesota to start right away. We talked about Ibsen, but we also want to talk J.C. Banks getting the start in place of Miguel Ibarra, who's away with national team duties.
Durham, RDU Airport, Carey,
Osaki trying to connect with Shipolani, disrupted by Davis. Shipolani gets it back though. Little step over. T. Shipolani, left footer, and a slow roller into the hands of Sami Najak.
The official sports ring of the Carolina.
Great idea by Vincent Cini there. I think J.C. Banks was having a little trouble seeing that ball in the sun.
Over the top, Novo, onside. 3 defenders around him. Plays it back, Lavity. Tackled there by Calvano. Now Wagner. Ahead, Lavity. First time cross. A little behind Novo. And then Banks will clear it away and give up the corner kick. Osaki. Out to Shipolani now. Shipolani into the penalty area. Shipolani, well hit, and a save by Najak. Lavity, he'll play it in. Off the head of Novo and high. Good step by Venegas. Venegas with skill. Kevin Venegas on the run, 3v1. Mendez. That shot hits Tobin. Campos, saved by Fitzgerald. Campos gets it back. Little chip to the far post, behind Banks.
Good read by Pitch Colin there, seeing it was a high ball that Pablo could do nothing with, just a flick on.
Here's Banks overlapping as Davis. He gets the pass. Justin Davis. Falls to Davis. Now Vicencini. Little chip in. Pitch Colin heads it high across. Mendez with a header, and right into the hands of Akira Fitzgerald. Banks looking for Campos. Campos, back heel. Venegas one time in. One would have to anticipate just a couple minutes, maybe a minute of extra play here in this first half, or not at all. The whistle sounds, we're done with the first 45 minutes at Wakeman Soccer Park. The scoreboard reads Carolina 0, Minnesota United 0. Vicencini once again. Ibsen with possession. Looking for Campos, a little behind the forward. Able to get to it and keep it in play. Back in support. Banks. Open space. Banks. Redirect, and it's in. J.C. Banks.
Just what we talked about, Chris. Pablo Campos plays the ball back to J.C. Banks, and we talked about just having a shot that might get deflected, and that's exactly what happened there. The ball came to J.C. Banks. He looked up. He wanted to cross the ball at first, but he saw the open space here. He looks up. He goes in. He takes that shot. It gets deflected off Lavity, and the goalkeeper goes the wrong way, but that's what we talked about the first half. Someone's just please take a shot, and it happened early in the second half, and Minnesota's got the lead in the air. But what I was good at was reading the play when it was coming up, and if it was a high ball into the forward.
Like this one for Novo, and well done by Diaz to shield Novo off the ball so Najak can collect it. Dell ahead of Venegas, but it's turned over in the middle third. Calvano bringing it forward. Little no-look pass. Mendez. And a diving save by Fitzgerald. Vicencini. Now Banks, the goal scorer tonight. Good service in. Diaz, redirect in front. The teams will stay at this end. It'll be a corner kick once again for Minnesota United. Venegas once again, going short. Banks one time. That trickles just wide. Pitch Colin. Ibsen able to do something with it on the nifty back heel. Ibsen once again. Good cross, redirect by Ramirez. And it's going to be a goal kick for Carolina. Not finding anything up top because of the defense by Minnesota.
Don't give them anything at this moment.
Cipollani onside to the end line. He'll cross it in. Header! And we're level at 1. Nacho Novo!
The ball play here to Cipollani, as we talked about in the opening. He's a danger man. He gets behind the Minnesota defense for the first time in the whole game. And he's got time to pick out someone at the far post, and it's Novo who comes in late here, heads it in the far corner. That's the only time he's got behind the Minnesota defense, and he's made him pay tonight.
Calfano. Good turn upfield by Ibsen. Play on call by the referee. Now Davis. He'll swing it in. Just past Ramirez. And a great opportunity by pitch. Colin goes just wide.
Great work rate by J.C. Banks tonight. Help covering for Justin Davis here. But and he ends up getting the goal, so he had a good all-round game. He hasn't played a lot, so this kind of weather.
And Novo is gone. Nacho Novo shown the red card by the referee.
It's just a little tackle from behind, Chris. It didn't look that bad, but referees see different things sometimes. But I don't think that was a straight red offense right there. And they really have nothing to lose to go for it, Chris. Like you say, if they don't win this game, they're not going to win the spring title. It wouldn't be the end of the world if they end up, tying this.
Lavity battling with Najak, loose ball, and the keeper pounces on top of it. Mora. Ramirez. Turns, shoots, bending shot, punched away by Fitzgerald. Rebound. Venegas, again by Fitzgerald. And Ibsen called for the handball. Little time remaining. Danso of Carolina. The whistle sounds. It's gone final here in Cary. Minnesota stays unbeaten in 7 straight games, but their hopes of an NASL spring title have been dashed.